It takes a special kind of mind to be a vice president of strategy and development, especially for a healthcare organization that's going through a lot of changes. I know a little bit about your history, and I'm suspecting that your time in Spain actually made what you're doing today easier for you to do.
I think Spain did have an impact on what I do today. At the same time, the way I've always viewed that experience has been like a little bit of a carve out in my life. I was coming up on the end of my college years, and I thought I'd do some post-bac and go to med school. But then I graduated, and I realized I was exhausted. I ended up going back to California and work in some service industry. But my parents were always very involved in their community. And so I had that in my life, where I wanted to give back to the community. I wanted to be of service, not just go into business. Spain happened by accident. I went abroad backpacking around for a few months, decided to skip my flight home. I knew what it was like to run backpacking hostels. I'd stayed for then, at that point, about 3 months, and I ended up starting my own backpackers hostel, partnering with some friends, and started over a little internet cafe with a few rooms and a few bunks. That was just a growing experience to get to know that culture and to get to know the people. And when I got back to the United States, I signed up for what's called AmeriCorps Vista and worked in healthcare and in a Spanish-speaking community. So I got to get involved in the industry space where I wanted to be, of service, and really get to know people who haven't had the benefits that I've had growing up and the access to care and service. I grew up in a way where I had the things that I needed. It's my turn to give back, and I thought that the industry of healthcare is where I could do that. So I served in the AmeriCorps Vista program for a year in San Juan Capistrano, primarily, which is in Southern California. I went to Nicaragua and for about 3 months volunteered with a local health community. And in fact, on day one, I was giving vaccines, and I'm not a nurse. I was vaccinating children. Not long after that, I was doing some pap smears. But mostly I was there to kind of advocate, be witness, figure out if there are some more underlying problems that I could help with, as my time there was going to be not permanent. I was able to do things like write a grant and bring in some money for some new equipment in their healthcare facilities. I feel like it's more selfish for me. I'm just trying to grow. And that was a way to do it, by attempting to reach out and give. But I came back from that and went straight into my master's program. So I got my master's in public health. Just the experience of being in different cultures, it's really formative. And it really kind of gives you certain perspective on how you approach problems and not make assumptions about what people need or want. I quickly learned about PACE, the PACE program, and Program for All-Inclusive Care for the Elderly. And it's just really captures the essence of what it means to serve a population of people and what really the essence of what public health is. I've grown up in this organization within Providence. I came out here when I was 28, and now I'm 38. It's been 10 years, almost exactly. I came out in July of 2008. The people here now at work are my family, really. I love the people that I'm meeting, and I do think that it's less about kind of what it gave me from an understanding of healthcare, but how it's allowed me to grow up.
Nothing stops you. You have an idea, and you just walk forward. And I think that is the thing that you continue to do in the job that you're in. Like, there are no obstacles.
Maybe it's not a lack of fear, but more of a, hey, why not approach? I need to put myself in situations that are uncomfortable or different in order to grow.
The thing we have in common, and the thing that we totally bonded on, was that both of us lived in a foreign country, right? I lived in Russia, you lived in Spain. And that thing of making it work, actually becoming a part of that country, you have a whole different way of thinking after an experience like that.
It definitely gave me the confidence to say, look, I can go other places in the world and have different experiences and meet different people and look for really, not look for not that person, look for the kindness that I see in other cultures.